You will be given up to 3 minutes for an opening statement. We will alternate between each candidate for the opening statements. After that, each candidate will be given up to 2 minutes for any rebuttal or closing remarks. The timekeepers are sitting right down here in the middle of the front row, and they will be holding up colored signs to notify the candidate who is speaking when their time is about to expire. When you have 1 minute left, they will hold up a yellow sheet. When you have 30 seconds left, it will be a pink sheet. And when you have to stop now, it's a red sheet. Okay. So how about let's go ahead and get this rolling. The first race is State House 90. Tom Demmer and Thomas Wilkin Jr. come on up. So Tom Demmer has come up to the stage. Mr. Wilkin here? Okay. So, Mr. Demmer, since you do not have another candidate with you, you get the whole 5 minutes. And you go ahead and let the timekeepers know when you're ready to go. There's a microphone right there for you.
Well, good evening. My name is Tom Demmer. I'm running for state representative in the 90th district. I want to say thank you, first of all, to everybody who came out here tonight. I know there are a lot of things that go on in our lives, and there are plenty of other things you could be doing here tonight, but you're not. You're here. You're learning about some of the candidates whose names you'll see on the ballot in just a little over a month, so I thank you for being here tonight to do that. A couple of years ago, you wouldn't have seen somebody from the 90th district here in DeKalb County in this candidates forum. But every 10 years, they redraw the lines for legislative districts, and with the redistricting that happened last summer, the 90th district now includes part of southern DeKalb County and part of the city of DeKalb as well. So it's kind of difficult to describe for you just where this district goes, but conveniently you have a great county clerk here in DeKalb, John Accardo, and they have a nice website. You can see the booth outside that helps you figure out where your house is, which district it falls into, and just whose names you'll see on the ballot in November. So I encourage you to take a look at that sample ballot and get an idea if your house is in a new district or not. I want to answer just a couple of questions for you here tonight. The question that I get asked most frequently on the campaign trail is, why are you running for state representative? And I tell you, there's a couple of reasons for that. First, I'm a young guy, and I know that the decisions we make today will be paid for by my generation in years to come. I don't want to grow up and I don't want to raise a family and raise kids in a state that's chronically last in everything. And that kind of brings me to the real reason I'm running. It's because I believe in Illinois. I believe we have a better future in front of us than the current numbers indicate. We hear a heck of a lot about all the negatives in Illinois, right? The pension problems, the budget deficits. We hear about corruption that's plagued government for so long, credit rating being last in the nation. We hear about a lot of problems. What we don't hear about very frequently is a positive vision for the future. But when I've spent the last little over a year traveling the 90th district, spending time in communities, talking to people across the district, and I see a lot of good things happening. Right here in DeKalb, we have a great state university that every year produces hundreds and hundreds of highly educated, trained local residents who are ready to work. We need to be able to give them an opportunity to work and to reinvest in their own communities across northern Illinois. We also, as we drive around, we spend a lot of time on the highway. We see a heck of a lot of cornfields and soybean fields, and you see a strong agricultural economy. That's really the backbone of this region. And there's soil around here like you can't find anywhere else in the country. So when you look at the strengths that we have, you got to look at educational infrastructure, agricultural economy, and add to that the fact that we have a great transportation network in both interstate highways and railroads. We have the ability to take products that we grow and we manufacture here in DeKalb County in northern Illinois and ship them to a worldwide market. And so there are a lot of things that are going well in Illinois. One of the hurdles, though, is state government. The irresponsible decisions that have been made in Springfield for a long time have handicapped all the other things that really are strengths in this region. So I really want to go to Springfield and bring a fresh perspective, bring a sense of optimism, bring a positive vision for what Illinois could be in the future, because I think the strengths that we have don't come easily. And the problems that we have, although they're not easy to solve, we can really focus in on and address them in an intentional way. So I've had a chance to meet quite a few people. I've walked in, I think, 21 parades so far this year, going to county fairs. Had a chance to meet and talk with and listen to, most importantly, a lot of the voters in the district. And I'm ready to work. I'm ready to listen to the people in the 90th district, to be a strong voice for them in Springfield, and to do whatever we can to ensure that Illinois gets back on the right track. And that's a different track than we have been on for the past several years. So I encourage you on November 6th to remember to get out and vote. You can get out and vote early or an absentee before that, but it's important to play a role in this democracy. And you, by being here tonight, are taking the first step towards that. So I commend you for that. I encourage you to show up on November 6th. I'm Tom Demmer. I'm running for state representative because I believe in a better future for Illinois.